Welcome to Proper Dose Podcast featuring me, your host, Joshua Mosley. My co host, Chase Brown, is not with me, but we're brought to you by Cheap Seats Podcast Network. We're going to be more short form show here for you. Today, the all NBA teams were announced, first through third team. If you are not aware of how the award works, there are 100 ballots, all owned by media members, who all give their votes. First team, second team, third team, and they get points. They take the points, they total all the points. You get so many points for first team, second team, third team votes. Total them all up, rank them. It's a ranked choice. It's a ranked choice ballot. As you can see here, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Steph Curry lead the 2020-21 All-NBA first team. So we'll get right into it here. Giannis, Steph, Luka, Jokic, and Kawhi Leonard all made the first team. They are, by vote, the 5 most important players of the regular season. The All-NBA teams are usually formatted with 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center. This year, they kind of change it up with who is eligible for what, but as I'm seeing here, it's 2 guards, 2 forwards, a center. And we come down to the second team. Damian Lillard, Joel Embiid, Chris Paul, Julius Randle, LeBron James. Again, I'm seeing guard, forward, center. So even with these, new positions these position eligibility that they came out with, it seems that the voters sort of ignored that and stuck to their roots here with this. And then we get down to All-NBA third team, which we have Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler, Paul George, Rudy Gobert, Kyrie Irving. Again, 2 guards, 2 forwards, a center. That's the All-NBA third team. And here we have the vote breakdown. Giannis got 100 first place votes out of 100. Somehow Jokic got a second team vote despite winning MVP, which doesn't sit right with me. Steph got 98 first team votes, and then everything else was kind of close. Dame and Luka, looks like Luka won. Beat him pretty handedly there with the 402 to 372. Only 30 points, so it was a little closer than I'm giving him credit for. But LeBron only 2 first teams, and Jimmy Butler with 7 first team votes. That's interesting. My initial reaction was, how is Kawhi Leonard on the first team over Julius Randle? Now, if you're a more casual fan, or maybe you're not, you might be just saying like, why would you? We just watched Julius Randle like flame out against Atlanta. Kawhi Leonard's one of the best players in the league. How is this even a conversation? This is strictly a regular season award, and I believe the votes are, the ballots are submitted before the playoffs even start. If you look at Julius Randle's stats here for the year, he played 71 out of 71 games, maybe 71 out of 72. I don't remember exactly how many there were, but he missed 1 game if he missed any games at all. 24 points, 10 assists, or 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 45%, 41 from 3, 81 from free throw. He's absolutely crushing it. And what's even better is that he played for the Knicks. Now, the Knicks preseason odds right here for the championship are 50,000 to 1, plus 50,000. Their over-under win total was 22. 21 and a half. They only needed 22 wins to cash that bet out. What did they finish with? 41 and 31. They were 4th in the NBA Eastern Conference. The Knicks were not supposed to be here. Yet, throughout this crazy season, behind this 3rd in defensive rating and Julius Randle, the Knicks were able to get the 4th seed in the East and become a playoff team when nobody thought they would. So then we look at Kawhi Leonard's stats, and they're sort of comparable, about 24, 25 points, pretty much the same as Julius there. A lot less rebounds, less assists, bit better shooting from the field, worse from 3. Now, Kawhi defensively is a monster, but in the regular season, he sort of coasted a little bit. What really stands out to me here is the 52 games played. Playing 52 out of 71 games is, less than 3/4 of the season? It's like 73%. He's played 73% of the games this year, whereas Julius Randle played every single one. And where did the Clippers finish this year? 4th in the West. Now, you might note the Clippers have a better record. The West is a tougher conference. But coming into the year, Championship plus 650, over under 46 and a half, and they get 47. They met expectations, sort of. When you thought about the Clippers coming in and the Clippers last year after that playoff failure, you think the Clippers are a championship contender. Fourth in the West is not necessarily a championship contender. Now they can come out of this. You know, the Lakers already lost. They can come out. They can come out of the West. They can be in the finals. But I wouldn't say that the regular season, as this is a regular season award, from the Clippers blew me away. You know, like everyone was kind of hurt. Kawhi took his days off. Paul George took his days off. A lot of teams did that, which is why I believe that Jokic won the MVP based off how durable he was, his availability to put up stats and to be there and help his team win. And that is exactly what Julius Randle does here with 71 games played here. Better stats. His team doubled their, like, they're supposed to get 21 and a half wins. They end up with 41. They almost doubled their over-under win total here. That is well exceeding expectations and should be rewarded as such. Now, I'm probably just splitting hairs here. And maybe some voters just didn't sit right putting Julius Randle on their All NBA first team, but it shouldn't be all reputation. I treat it year to year. There is a little reputation involved with how I think it should be, but it's a regular season award. It's based off individual stats, team success, and impact. And how important were you in the story of the NBA? The Knicks being hot throughout the regular season, that was a story. That was a story throughout the NBA. Especially going into the playoffs, it was like the Knicks, man. How did they get the 4 seed? They got home court in the first round. Ice Tray shut them down, but still, I cannot get behind Kawhi missing more than a fourth of the season, even though the year was weird, and getting that first team over Julius Randle. I think Julius Randle should have been rewarded with how far he exceeded expectations. The Knicks exceeded expectations. I can't. I hate that. I hate that we voted Kawhi. I mean, Kawhi doesn't even talk to the media. You think these media people would be trying to, cement relationships and get in good graces. Kawhi doesn't talk to the media. Kawhi doesn't talk to anybody. He doesn't have a Twitter, doesn't have any social media. He banged on some dude last night for Utah. And they were like, have you seen the reaction on the internet? And he was like, I don't see the reaction on the web. This dude called it the web. That's how you know he's not online, man. Like, he doesn't care about any of this. So now we'll go through here. A lot of people seem to be mad about Jason Tatum being left off of it. Boston fans, you get to pay him less money now to keep him around. He's not eligible for the 30% of the salary cap extension. It's only 25. That's a win for you guys, honestly, because you need it. Because the Celtics had a terrible year. A terrible year. They were supposed to be the 4 seed, not the Knicks. And they ended up being the 7 seed and getting waxed. Absolutely waxed. I mean, I'm surprised they even made the playoffs in the first place out of that play-in game. Beal should have been on some sort of team. He was second in scoring over 30 points a game. I think that's fine. Westbrook missed barely 44 points. Kyrie had 61. I'm probably fine with that. I don't think the Wizards being an 8 seed merits 2 of the 15 All NBA spots. I think you have to go with Beal or Westbrook there. Although I don't know. Yeah, I guess the amount of games Durant and Harden missed, we need a Brooklyn player here somewhere, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Otherwise, Trey got a couple. Zach LaVine got 1 vote. That's all fine. Draymond. I'm not sure why Draymond's getting a vote, but again, that's on reputation, I guess. Clint Capella had a pretty good year for him. I'm cool with those. Yeah, I'm cool with all this. I mean, otherwise, the only thing I'm upset about, I guess, is Randle. I mean, Randle. Man, Randle, like 80-point difference, an 80-point difference, because the Lakers like barely scraped by based on expectation. I mean, even below expectation. If you're a championship contender, you're competing for a top 2-3 seed, and the Clippers tanked on the way out. They tanked on the way out. They tried to get Dallas, and it went to what, 7? So like, good luck with that. I don't see Kawhi's missing games or the Clippers' regular season performance meriting a All NBA first team selection. It was definitely Julius here. And before you get started with that, it's not who is the best player, it's who had the better regular season. In no universe am I taking Julius Randle over Kawhi in anything. Nothing basketball related. Uh, Kawhi and Durant are my 1A, 1B interchangeable best players left in the playoffs right now. Kawhi's been unreal. He's been unreal in the fourth quarter. But again, it is not a playoff award, and it's not about who's better. It's about who had the better regular season, who exceeded expectations, who had the team success, who had the individual success. Julius Randle has better stats than Kawhi Leonard does. Julius Randle's team outperformed their expectations substantially. The Clippers, I don't even know if they met them necessarily. At the fourth seed, you have Kawhi and Paul George, who are both all NBA players, apparently. You have two of them. The Knicks don't have anybody. That team is abysmal. They were the worst team in the playoffs. I would have took the Grizzlies over them with the way they performed. So that'll just about wrap it up, I think. Just what a quick update on the All-NBA teams. Bucks Nets game 5 is happening right this second. Harden is out there, and he shouldn't be. But if I could do some of these quick ones for Chase. Not sure what I'm going to do with these just yet, but if we can post some consistent content, maybe we'll end up on the main channel. You know what I mean? So thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to yell at me in the comments. I would love to debate with any of you. That'd be fine. Yeah, thanks for catching me. Have a good night. Stay safe. Love you.